Be sure to subscribe and click on the bell for notifications on future uploads. Hello everyone, Symphony Bard here, or you can call me Sully. Well, as you can tell by the opening of this video, it's Easter time, and as always, I'm going to review a special Easter treat. But this time, it's going to be an Easter cartoon, released by Disney in 1934 as a silly symphony entitled Funny Little Bunnies. In Funny Bunny Land, all of the funny little bunnies are preparing for Easter, as they all set up baskets full of treats, as well as making the treats such as chocolate bunnies and painting the eggs, which the hens lay for them. And that's pretty much it. There are no characters and hardly a story, but it does have beautiful animation as cute, colorful, and creative, even though it's what I call a gag cartoon. And to me, a gag cartoon is simply an animated short that's all around one theme, and every visual joke and scenario is made for that theme. All of it done with no particular characters or story, and set to music and one song. The screen song cartoons from Paramount are a big example of this, and this here is Disney's take on it, or rather, in fact, this is one of the first cartoons to do that. But all of the moments and gags that are in it are basically harmless, yet quite creative with the theme of Easter that surrounds it. The way every bunny works to make the treats are pretty interesting, very much predating the Easter making scenes in shows like Here Comes Peter Cottontail and Hop. There's bunnies that sculpt chocolate into chocolate bunnies, and they use a model as reference. There's bunnies that shoot decorative cream on chocolate eggs following the command of a soldier. The hens lay eggs in time to the music, and there's many ways the other bunnies paint the eggs, each one being creative and unique. And yes, there is one song in the whole cartoon called Funny Little Bunnies, and it plays at the beginning and ending of the cartoon. Yet the song itself is fine, despite it being hard to get what the lyrics are or what the singers are saying. As a whole, this cartoon is cute and creative, but that's it. Director Wilfred Jackson had made a silly symphony that, while it has no specific characters and the story is very bare-boned with nothing too spectacular, it is fine for being a gag cartoon with the colorful and beautiful animation set in tune to the music and one song, and where its many moments, for being an Easter cartoon, is creative and cute in what it does. It is too simplistic and mainly harmless, but that's what silly symphonies are, and what this cartoon presents is delightful and neat, yet not too much. So I'll give this cartoon a rating of 2.5+ stars. Just reviewing this cartoon alone isn't enough, as there's not much to go off on. So, maybe it's best to review another Easter cartoon. One that's more fun, but has more to work with. And I think I got just the one. It's a Looney Tunes cartoon released by Warner Brothers in 1947, and starring the one and only Bugs Bunny. Easter Yeggs. Bugs Bunny comes across the Easter Rabbit, who claims to have a sore foot and can't deliver the Easter eggs, so Bugs steps in to take his place, only to face a couple of problems of his own, including Elmer Fudd, who's trying to kill the Easter Rabbit for his Easter Rabbit stew. For being an Easter cartoon, and a rare one at that from Looney Tunes, it doesn't have as many Easter moments like with Funny Little Bunnies. But it does make up for it with plenty of funny jokes and scenarios that do make it a fun time to watch. Albeit, a couple of questionable moments. I mean, it's not a bad cartoon, but there are bits that I'm not quite sure what to make of. The biggest one being with this kid that Bugs first visits. At first he doesn't like Easter eggs as he smacks the egg Bugs is giving to him in his face, and beats Elmer's head which Bugs paints as an Easter egg. Yet he mostly says, "I want an Easter egg," or is it, "I don't want an Easter egg," which makes it pretty confusing as he says the line very fast and repeats it a few times. But then he also fights Bugs seeing him as the Easter Rabbit. So yeah, he may be a brat, but his actions are questionable to say the least. Not to mention, this is directed by Robert McKimson, who's pretty much the only Looney Tunes director that I don't enjoy watching. mainly because of the way he draws the characters and how most of his cartoons end, particularly the Foghorn Leghorn cartoons, with the main lead not getting things done his way. However, despite how Bugs looks in his cartoons, the ones featuring him do work out, and this one here is no exception. Most of Bugs' antics when pitted against Elmer Fudd are funny, whether it's Elmer inadvertently getting roped into Bugs' out-of-nowhere tricks, like the Tunnel of Love gag, or Bugs doing a magic trick, rather poorly, with Elmer's watch. Each of the gags and scenes involving Bugs are pretty good. And my favorite bit in the whole cartoon is where Bugs hops and skips with the Easter basket. At first he seems happy to begin his adventure, as he sings his little song. But the second time he does it, he becomes angry due to the situation he's been in. That juxtaposition of going from happy to angry while doing the same song and skipping differently is so enjoyable that I had a good laugh at the tonal change of attitude. As for the Easter Rabbit, he did mention that he gets other rabbits to do his job, so clearly he's a lazy character. But he's never seen doing anything else outside of reminding Bugs to keep smiling and to deliver the eggs, even to the point of appearing during Bugs' magic trick, which is quite hilarious. Yet, while he does show up from time to time in this cartoon, there could have been a lot more to him than what's presented here. And the actors voicing the characters, though not as many, are pretty good at what they did. Mel Blanc voices Bugs Bunny, Easter Rabbit, and Bratty Kid, and Arthur Q. Bryan voices Elmer Fudd. As a whole, this cartoon is kind of fun. The characters are enjoyable, the story is nice, and the animation is neat. Director Robert McKimson had made an Easter cartoon that has jokes and scenarios that work well, are kept simple, and is done interestingly with Bugs Bunny being the Easter Bunny for a day. Though not as big on the holiday like with funny Little Bunnies, and has an occasional moment that's questionable, even from a Looney Tunes director that I'm not huge into, it still works for the many gags that the Looney Tunes are known for, and the characters and animation that's always a delight. A lot more than Disney's Silly Symphony. So today I'll give this cartoon a rating of 3 stars. So that's it. Thank you for joining me. Like, comment, subscribe, follow me on Facebook or Twitter, support me on Patreon, and until next time for a new video, and have a happy Easter.